So then, I always keep getting asked about how we put templates into Social Booth. How do we edit them? How do we create them? And yeah, and how do we just basically use them? So I thought I'd do a quick video demoing how we use them. So on our hire side, we've got a page with lots of nice templates that we've purchased over the times. And basically we edit these templates to put on the names of the bride and groom or the party or whatever the event is. So our actual customers can click on them. This one's called Christmas, and obviously we could change the date or the year, I should say, and if they want any special message. So the place we get these templates from is a place called photoboothtemplates.com. So this is the homepage when it loads up. And you can see there's lots of different templates, all very beautifully designed. The ones we go for are postcard style for a landscape DSLR. Click on that. And then for our setup, we want photo orientation landscape. And there we go. So we've got lots and lots of different templates to choose. 35 pages on there. So the first thing we do is we select one. Let's have a look at it. That's the quick view. You can choose your software. So we're using Social Booth for this demo. Press add to cart and just purchase it the normal way you would any other product online via e-commerce. I think we're using PayPal, but I think you can use your credit card if you needed to. And then we can buy them all. You have to create an account, but that one's $29. And being honest, these are that well designed that I could probably create these myself from scratch, but for $29, £20, it's really just not worth my time. So basically, we've downloaded a lot of templates, which are, we have a little shortcut. And as you see, these numbers are then matched up with the numbers on here. So if we look at number 1, elegant floral print template, so that's number 1. And if you look in here, elegant floral postcard. So the first thing you should do really is open up the README. So this is how you receive the file from photoboothtemplates.com. Nice little zip file which you just got to extract, and you've got all your files in there. So inside here there's a README. Now most times you wouldn't bother reading the README, but there's a key little bit of information on here, and it's to do with the fonts. So we've got 2 fonts here that your computer probably won't have. So we need to download them. So we click on that. We click on download. Open up the file, and then just close that and press install. I've already got it because I've opened this template up, but yours would say, yeah, install. So there we go, there's one of them. And then we've got another one here. So sometimes it's a little bit tricky to understand where to download it from. Where do I download it? On this one? Download, there you go. And it just downloads at the bottom there. So there's a few of them here, so you just need to run these separately. So we've got the bold, which again we've already got. You sort of get the picture now that you need to run all them, and then that'll install the fonts. Now we can close these down, and we can actually open up the Photoshop file, which is here. So in the Photoshop file, we've got a couple of different layers. So treat them as pieces of paper sitting on top of each other. That's how I sort of see a layer. The first one is a watermark, so we'll get rid of that. And the next bit is really the overlay. So looking down here at the layers, you can see you've got different layers, and you can turn them off and on, and certain parts of the template will automatically disappear. Okay, so let's go into the text area. So Jack and Jane. So if you didn't have the font, you wouldn't be able to edit this. It would say you haven't got the fonts, and Photoshop will want to turn it into an image, or it'll want to change the font for you. So let's change this. Adam and Sam. Okay. So basically that's you've downloaded the file, you've opened it up in Photoshop, and now you need to save it in the correct format to bring into Social Booth. And this is what's great about these templates. So a quick edit of the text, and now we need to save the overlay. So in the folder, you'll see there's two types of file. There's a background file, which is this one, which doesn't ever really change. So you keep it as is. And then you've got the overlay. And the overlay is the key bit which change. And we've basically changed the text because it's bespoke to that event. And then we want to bring the new overlay in. So the overlay should look like that. This transparent areas, because it sits on top of the background file. But then with the text. So let's try and save that file. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of the background, because we don't need the background because we're not changing it. And the way in Social Booth is it has two layers, a background file, then the photos actually sit on top of the background file, and then on top of that sits the overlay. And it's the overlay that we actually want to edit. So we can remove the background file, we can remove the photo spots file, because this is where the photos actually sit. And then we need to save this file. So we've changed the text, and then we need to save this file. So the best way to save it is File, Save for Web, PNG. It's got to be in PNG, but then with the transparency ticked on. Okay, so these checkerboard means it's transparent. Then we press Save. And then we just find the folder, which is here. So I'm just going to copy the path. Press Enter. But you could have gone, so this is saved into Dropbox. So you could save it there. Elegant Floral. Basically, and overwrite the file in that folder. And then we press Replace. So, in this folder that we've been working in now, and you can take a copy of this folder before you start and maybe name it the event name. But you've got the background file, and you've also got the overlay file. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a copy of this on the desktop. So now we've got that one file for that event, and we would rename that event, let's say Wedding 34. We would then plug in a USB memory stick. We would then right click on it, send to, and then the USB stick would pop up. Then you would go over to your photobooth software on the photobooth that you have. Hopefully it's one of ours. And then open up and then copy the folder, onto the desktop or onto that computer. The key thing is to copy the folder onto there and not run it from the USB stick. Just in case if you get to that event and you forgot that USB stick, you're going to struggle to know. You won't have the files on you. So by dropping it onto the desktop, and preparation is always key. So we always recommend trying to do this, a day or two before. But yeah, then you'd go into Social Booth on the computer, on the photobooth computer. So this is just a trial version of Social Booth, just for test purposes. Press trial. And this is pretty much the same in all photobooth software. You have the background file and you have an overlay. But we'll click templates. We go to coordinates. We go import coordinates. So basically, where the photos sit is in a coordinates file, which is saved here. And there you go. Complete finished template. And then all we do is press start and save, and you're away. And that's it. That's how you create a template in Photoshop, download it, put it into Photoshop, edit it, and drive it, and put it into the software. Okay, thanks very much. Any questions, please let me know.